All right. I believe all of you have been contacted by Romeo. You are to go to his shop tonight. Which, Bamce, do you know where that is?
Oh,
Okay, I decided it's in Tacoma for now. So
sure.
his shop is in Tacoma. He didn't give you a time per se, but except to be there tonight.
So
So,
which character is Bamps, out of curiosity? Since that's the only
Kasa.
person I actually
Maybe.
got. Okay.
No, Angus me doesn't know.
Anyway, so we'll say you should be there right after sundown at Romeo's shop, which all of you can easily find because he is a well-known individual for the Runnerhub. So, because I'll forget to do it later, please describe how you're getting there. What do you look like? Start Bloodhound. You first.
Sure. Okay.
Bloodhound is a dwarf. He has nice long black hair and a reddy reddish beard. He will be wearing a flowing trench coat, a stylish hat, and he will be, depending on how far away it is from his apartment in Tacoma, he will either be walking there or taking his bike.
Okay. You probably want to take your bike since we don't know where it's located. So you're going to have to drive around for a bit, find parking, and then park. You can do that, though.
Excellent.
How are you feeling about the weather today? It's a nice, balmy Seattle day.
So it's
That's why I got the hat and the jacket.
Okay. I don't know. What did you do today before you came to this meet?
I reviewed surveillance footage for another job that I am on, and am hoping that I will be back in time to do it on Saturday.
Ooh, life with a day job. That's tough. All right. Carter, give us your spiel.
Carter is a 50-year-old detective. He's an alcoholic, as detectives, well, private detectives are. He's scruffy. He's wearing a old armored jacket. He, smokes and drinks a lot. He's getting there by cab. Wait, are we all assuming we arrive at the same time, or should we say when we arrive?
I'm assuming you arrive at the same time. For the
All
most
right.
part, Romeo is a trusted individual. No reason to be suspicious. Aha.
No, I'm thinking since tonight is a very general term.
Yep, after sundown.
Carter is a private detective. He does have this, agency, so he's maybe reviewing some or doing some minor cases.
Okay. How bad is your alcohol dependency? How often do you drink?
Inconvenience. I think it's the lowest level.
Yeah, so tell me how often you drink.
Ooh, he's also a Nova Coke addict. Mostly before he goes to sleep, but he always carries a flask and a small funnel if he needs to fill up or has the opportunity to.
Okay. May say once a day you hit the bottle a little bit.
Oh,
Just
definitely.
a little nightcap.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Okay.
Also,
Kasa.
he's a Nova Coke addict, so.
Nova Coke addict. You gotta roll that, right? Should I do that?
Or do Nova Coke and roll it. I think that's also an option.
I don't know. Okay, sounds like good. Kasa, go, sir, ma'am. Please do.
Kasa has done nothing of interest this day because all I know is from my cat is he will sleep and eat and shit and be annoying. So I'm imagining that's what she does.
Who does she annoy?
Nobody really. She doesn't really have a lot of friends, but maybe like the downstairs neighbor just because
That
I
awful
imagine she
yowling upstairs.
something along those lines. Just I imagine something in her habit of not really being fully acclimated. It would just be annoying to your neighbors. Maybe, she lets the trash go too long because whatever, or doesn't change the litter box properly, something along those lines.
All right.
She's wearing very loose clothing, like super comfortable stuff, as in kind of like sweatpants or just cheap stuff. Not exactly super exciting. She is being driven there in her Ford Americar, which she's not actually driving, just kind of like, okay, and go.
I know, Carter. I know.
I just fucking realized.
Johnny, please go ahead, sir.
Sure. Johnny is a pretty large human on the muscly side of things. He huge green mohawk and fingerless gloves and denim jacket with the sleeves ripped off. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. No, army jacket for the armored bit. And he is riding from the Redmond Barrens on his lime green, neon lime green Mirage, black and lime green with ARO green flames that all matches his mohawk. There's a theme here. And earlier today, he was probably drinking at the bar, drinking natty lights, and maybe picking fights because he was bored.
How drunk are you before you decide to go to the meet?
Medium drunk.
Medium drunk?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's medium drunk? Questionable if he should be driving, but it's not like he's driving into a building or anything.
Roll me 5 dice.
Okay.
Okay. 2 hits will get you there, as you, between your own luck and your sheer logic of keeping time, you at the last second are like, oh shit, I gotta be somewhere, and you put down the elf you were punching the face of and run out the door to get on your bike.
There we go.
Yeah, you can do said thing. Alright, so you guys all arrive at Romeo's little... Go ahead.
One more thing I just remembered. Carter has both Fame Local and Solid Reps Shadow Community. So, yes. Just for the group in general.
Okay, sounds good. You guys all arrive at Romeo's little shop. As you go inside, there's that deep sense of that lingering smell of deep weed and all these types of herbs. There's random little skulls and different things on the shelves. There's cages with live chickens, and hanging above them are dead chickens. There's just bowls of random feathers and other things native to his trade, being a voodoo practitioner. Romeo himself is just standing on a standing at a counter, not on the counter, at a counter. Waiting for you all to arrive. He has his eyes somewhat closed and is weaving back and forth as you all arrive in the parking lot and then come on in to these lovely smells. He looks like he's slightly intoxicated, perhaps. His eyes have a little bit of a fogged over look. Could just be what's in the air. It's hard to say. He is a Haitian man of an indeterminate age. Looks very youthful, right? I'm sure he's fine. Does a lot of detoxing and stuff. He's good for that. Health spells keep you young. Do any of your characters know each other in character? Other than, I believe, Carter is semi-famous. Does anyone else know each other?
Bloodhound knows nobody here.
Nope.
Okay.
Or at least has run with nobody here. If Carter is a semi-famous PI, then I probably know of him.
Carter's been in the city for all his life. He's 50. He's been a PI for 30 years. So, I mean, if he would, then yeah.
See him around the beat. All right. So as you guys come in, Romeo kind of opens his eyes and smiles at you, a big toothy grin. Like, good, you're on time. Which is interesting because he didn't really give you a distinct time. All right. As I've told you before, as I told you when I contacted your friends, and as you contacted me. I need a pound of flowers, a simple pound, that is all. They can be dried, though if you can bring me a fresh one, that would be particularly useful to my trade. I am looking for an aloe vera plant, but a special one. It has a white stalk, and it has a purple one. And they are very rare to me, and come from only one place. I have arranged all the travel you will need, and this will be a very simple job. If you can bring these to me, and they are in good condition, I will provide you with 20,000 each.
Good condition being, dried and such, or
Dried
good
will
condition
work.
being the living.
Mostly I need the petals somewhat intact. I can't make anything out of powder. Well, later I will. But for now I need the leaves, the flowers. If you can bring one to me alive, I would be most in your debt.
Sure. Find a flower. Keep it alive.
Kasa, you know that there is nothing in the Seattle wilderness that sounds like this.
Yep.
So, any more info we get before we sign on? Are they done flour?
This is a delicate process, and these flowers are not exactly legal to take out of their native home, so until you agree to the job, I'd rather not tell you where you're going.
Sure,
Well-
have to steal it from the princes of Tyr. All about it, man. Steal
This
from their
time you're
garden.
going west.
20k and no info is awful suspicious. Can I roll?
Do I look like someone that cannot be trusted?
Be trusted. Shit, I have no idea what to say. Trusted, no, but we have a certain responsibility to ourselves and such for shit.
You are
Finances?
doing me a favor. What do you need from me?
You don't usually pay people for a favor, do you?
Sometimes.
Work. I'm totally blanking. Sorry. Ugh.
Do you need money up front? What can I offer you? It's a bloodhound. It's like some of you I know are in use of my services. A favor from me would be valuable to you.
Bloodhound's just going to nod along because Romeo can get me lots of things that I want.
I'll take a favor. Like if you know a guy that can tattoo, do some nice tattoos, or a horse for that matter. You mentioned.
I can give you the name of a horse. Take some money. You can have him. But I cannot help you with tattoos. It is not my trade.
Yeah,
Well, Bloodhound will speak up and say, I, for one, am interested and will agree. In principle, we can work out the details of exactly what you need, where it is, and what we get out of it later, but in principle, I am in.
Well, as long as you are all in, I will give you the details and then you can do a little renegotiating if you would like. Would that be acceptable, Mr. Carter?
negotiating after accepting. Sure. I think that puts us in a strong position. Sure.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Watches
Just
Casa
left-
just wanders off.
Left the
Well,
conversation.
she's still in the room.
Yeah, I know, but I
Oh,
imagine
Maybe
she
to
just
find
wandered out.
something. Maybe to find something on a desk to knock on the ground, but probably not.
Are you over staring at the chickens in the cage?
No, she had something to eat. That's probably about the only thing she did today of note. These are his chickens. I have made no pact either to mate or to join here to have access to his chickens unless I wish to fight him for his chickens. He may keep his chickens.
Okay. As long as you agree to do the job, we can discuss the minor details of the contract afterwards. What I need is an aloe vera plant that is awakened from the kingdom of Hawaii. Particularly, this one is found on the island of Niihau. This is the Forbidden Island. So that's why I need you to go in quietly. As I said, to take this from its home in and of itself is illegal.
Okay, so I mean, you're arranging a boat, right? Does that mean
Made such
sneaking to?
arrangements.
Sorry, what?
I have made such arrangements. You do not need to sneak onto the boat. The boat itself is of shady individuals.
No. I guess what I'm saying is, if you land me on land, I can handle myself from there. But you got a guy that's going to handle the sneaking under the radar, as it were.
Yes, I have a contact already for you. He will be on the ship with you, and will provide you with a smaller craft to take to the island as that ship gets close.
I have no idea how Hawaii is in Shadowrun. What would I encounter know about Hawaii?
Hawaii seceded essentially from the UCAS many years ago. It has returned to a monarchy. It has a king. It is very awakened. All the volcanoes are very active, as is native to Shadowrun world. As it's its own country, that you're actually going to run into tourists and immigration laws in general. It's particularly loves its awakened status, so obviously taking something that is awakened, such as a plant, from it would be illegal, as Romy has told you.
So they're not like particularly. They have tourists. They're not super hostile to outsiders.
The main island and things like that still have tourism, just like you would expect today. And many of the other islands as well, you could get there being a tourist. So it's still an open country to a certain degree, but it is very environmentally conscious. Is a good way to put it, and very awakened.
Now, I don't know much about this island that we're going to. Can you give us any more information about it? Are we more likely to die from the volcano, die from the plants, die from the animals, or get shot by the government?
Yes.
That's great.
So where's this island? Oh wow! Right.
Island is up here.
So we have a ship all the way to the island we're going to, or
a large vessel will take you most of the way, and then you will be given a smaller one. My contact can pilot it for you if need be. That will slip you onto the shore. You will have 2 days there to find what I need. You'll take that boat back to the ship. And come home.
Do you have a picture of this plant?
Yes, I can provide you with such a thing.
All right.
Is this island inhabited?
Only by a small group of locals. No more than a few hundred.
A few hundred over how many square miles?
It is a fairly large island, about that's not right. 180 kilometers area.
All right. Sure, no problem.
The northern side will have people.
And how long until we depart?
2 days. No, wait, to depart.
Close. 2 days.
2 days from now?
Yes.
And I assume that this boat you're sending us on, does it have survivalist gear for the local conditions that we can use, or should I go shopping?
You have 2 days to go shopping.
It's Hawaii. It's paradise, right? Let's bring a thong.
Of course.
You can bring a thong. I'll be bringing as much armor as I think I can safely put on and not melt to death.
No, I believe, do you have anything else for me? If not, we have work to do.
Well, other than my compatriots here, I have little to no use for any kind of trinkets or tattoos. He looks at him kind of questioning, like, tattoos? Or any such things. And, well, Hawaiians are notoriously protective of their wildlife and fauna, so a danger pay would be in English.
20,000 is not enough.
Sorry, I'm totally blanking on the English word. Sufficient? I think it's
Sufficient?
what I'm looking
Yeah.
for, Doesn't sound. Yeah.
Require some danger pay. What is your offer? Some upfront, perhaps?
Yeah, so that sounds fair.
Excellent. I'll say 2 grand each up front.
Good enough.
He'll slot a cred stick, hand you one back, let you pass it around.
All right.
I will partake.
I will gladly take money to buy survivalist gear.
Partake.
Good. You have 2 days. Your location is in Everett. Your contact is
Wait.
St. James.
I heard he was passing around the ganja, right? I wasn't mistaken.
I believe he was passing around money, but yeah, same thing.
Okay. I'm sorry. I heard pass around. I assumed it was a pipe of some kind. We're in like a.
You come
Jamaican
back
house,
afterwards. Right? We'll work on that.
Okay.
I have a wide variety of reagents.
Sure. I will spend hours getting buzzed with. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but
Romeo?
Romeo. Yes.
All right. So your last warning, and I tell you to heed this with the utmost urgency. Do not take anything you are not scared to lose. And don't take anything that doesn't float. Highly recommend you will be hiking. Don't take anything you can't carry.
Carter shrugs. He has most of his possessions in his pockets right now.
I don't really float too well myself, but figure out a way to make do.
I think Carter
Tend to travel light. It's probably not a problem. I wonder if titanium. It feels like titanium bone lacing should make it much harder to swim. I don't. I have aluminum, but still.
I have a thingy around for that somewhere.
Yeah.
Here, there's your warnings in type. Now go. Do work. Here's the location of a man named Devin James. He will meet you in Everett in 2 days. He'll provide you with what you need, electronic papers to look like contractors for the ship.
Is there a place to park, such as the bike, or should I leave the bike at home?
Sure, you can find a place to park. There are many people who leave out of this port for long periods of time.
Does Kasa have DNI?
Yeah. She is not
Yeah, she
uneducated.
Pulled a comm link out of her pocket.
No, I'm DNI. It's data jack or
Trodes.
Trodes.
She's not some uncultured monster. Just a slightly cultured monster.
Johnny is some uncultured monster, but
Get
yeah.
out of my shop. You can talk with each other later. Go. You have work to do.
Yeah. Carter will leave. Call a cab.
But the ganja.
But the con. All right, you may stay.
All
I
right.
have something for you.
We get drunk, or not drunk, but buzzed. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pull out the finest of deep weed. What do you got? Judge intentions. Does he know what?
Well, we're in a place full of magical junk,
Oh yeah.
paraphernalia. So she would just, as she's leaving, she's going to give him the side eye. Romeo, that is, to see whether or not he has an idea on her status.
I would say with 5 hits, he knows you're not a technomancer.
That's not. Oh yeah.
It was more so whether or not he, like throughout the conversation, if he did any of those, kind of things.
see Romeo's composure. I find him to be a charismatic individual. Let's say he composes himself quite well. I don't know if Kasa could tell, but he was smiling and looking at you very intently in that way that awakened people do. So it could be something that's a possibility. You can't tell from his mannerisms.
She does not know for certain. He may have to die. No, she's not that crazy. Yeah, no, it's just a question for her to know for later.
Yeah. He didn't run a laser pointer across the lawn, so hard to tell.
That's racist.
It was a little rude. All right, you guys, let's keep this part going because I want to get to the meat of the things. What do you guys want to do? Quick Googling things about Hawaii. Well, Hawaii's hot because it's summer. Hawaii, like I said, is another country, so you're going to need, tourist visas, quote unquote, but Romeo did tell you that Devin James would have that kind of information for you, essentially all the illegal paperwork you need. You guys are going to pretend to be contractors on a ship. Big, it's not a cargo ship. Looks like you haven't seen the ship yet, so I'm not going to tell you what it looks like. Let's see, other things about Hawaii. Yeah, it's hot. Lots of wilderness, lots of awakened things, lots of spirits. What do you want to know?
Water supply. Is it going to be hard to come by water, basically fresh water, on this island specifically?
Some areas of this island, first of all, you find that it's really hard to get a lot of solid information on this island. People are not allowed to go on this island. This island is strictly forbidden. The only people that are allowed to be on this island are the awakened, and particularly the awakened of Hawaii mostly, or people of shamanic tradition. Survival. Yeah. Part of the island is in fact a desert, or the southern half of it. Vague pictures you see from overland and stuff like that, there does appear to be some of the central part of it is more like a wetland, and the northern part of it, which gets a little mountainer and then drips back down, tends to be more forested. There is regular rain here that are odd patterns, not natural, put it that way. Kasa survival. Yeah, this is depending on where you're at on the island, survival is going to become an issue.
More as a, what kind of thing should we purchase?
Definitely a survival gear would be useful, as they do. Given that the temperature is going to be probably on the warm side, things that are good for hot and humid is highly recommended. Climbing kits, that kind of stuff, that really depends on what you want to, where you're going. If you do want to climb mountains, a climbing kit might be useful. But definitely hot, humid, survival kit. Those things are going to be extremely useful. Animal kingdoms. There are a lot of awakened creatures in and around Hawaii in general. You don't know specifically to this island, but you could definitely make that assumption. And then there's also going to be tons of mundane. This island used to have a lot of problems with weather. In fact, it was almost a complete desert. But you could draw between you and Bloodhound, you could come with his magical threats, you come up with the conclusion that they are probably using some type of spirits to control the weather. And that's why the northern half of the island is now nice and wet and forested. Bloodtown, magical threats. You don't know anything specifically about this island, but yeah, there are awakened free spirits. There are natives, as Romeo told you, about 200 and some, particularly. Mostly the shamanic traditions, things of that nature. There are all types of awakened creatures that could possibly be here, given that it is a specific ocean. Anything specific you're looking for with magical threats? Anything more?
Should I be going out and buying silver ammo or anything like that?
No, this area...
Or just a PDS.
Yeah, APS is always useful, I suppose, but this area is not particularly known for any, kelpies or loop gurus or anything that is particularly no vampires well known or anything of that nature. Nothing that requires the allergic type special ammunitions. Obviously, a fire spirit's always vulnerable to water and vice versa kind of thing. But yeah, there's no special ammos. That's super useful.
All right. I have my shopping list.
Okay.
As do I.
I want to buy, first of all, a lime green thong.
Okay.
Neon lime green thong.
You can easily find that. I don't normally require this of people, but because it's going to be important on this mission, please take a nice little text box into Roll20 and put everything that you are bringing with you.
Absolutely everything I own. It'll fit in a small bag.
Okay, you can go ahead. Just so or we can make that statement. Just as long as you remember that Romeo told you don't bring anything don't bring anything you aren't scared to lose. Don't take anything that won't float, and only what you can carry.
So on that note, survival straw, right, which is one of those, like it filters water, right? You can buy it for $20 now.
Well, you can buy like a survival pack.
Okay.
Survival gear, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. How much is that? Like, I don't know.
Like 500 nuint or something like that. If you go into the gear location, you can find one.
Okay,
Survival
so
kit. That's the name of it. It's like 200 nuint.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the thong is critical. As is, I'm going to get some pool floaties, like for a child.
Sure.
And that's going to go around my rifle.
Sure.
So now the rifle floats. See.
Again, go ahead and put down on Roll20 what you're bringing. Unless you're like Carter and you're bringing all the things.
Carter's buying a survival kit.
Okay.
Oh, survival, kit it is called. At the mention of us being able to float, he will buy a respirator. Wait, they have a rating. BRB checking what the rating does. Oh, respirator gives you a resistance to... Oh, I thought that let you breathe in water.
There is a mask that I believe lets you breathe underwater. Full face mask. I believe that helps you with diving and whatnot. Let me double check that.
I mean, there's diving gear, but that's like suits, face masks.
There is a full face mask for $300 that is shallow dive little brother breathing helmet. It helps you with your diving and whatnot.
What is that? Armor?
It is not armor. It is I don't know about on Chummer. It's under environmental protection underwater. Don't you can just pick up the text boxes in Roll20 and write it there underneath the note section. Whatever gear you're taking.
Do you want me to roll for a wild hunt pseudo armor?
How much is it? Or how?
3,000 new yen, no restriction, 12 availability, no custom fit.
No custom.
I'm sorry. What did you want us to do with a text box?
Just make a text box on the Roll20 there under notes of all the gear you're bringing. In Roll20, if you go to the little eye symbol and then there's a text box, you can make a little text box and type it all out for me. I don't normally require this, but it's going to be important on this one.
Okay.
See, the wild hunt.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like built to withstand the temperatures equivalent to the based upon the type of protection you get it. So it would just be I guess like a cool suit for still having armor in the heat.
Yeah, there it is. Because it's 12, I'm going to say, yeah, you got to roll for it. You have a low lifestyle, buddy.
Let me see who might be able to help me with that. Chances are these people are useless.
You got to talk to our mom. All the fashion.
I put in my shopping list, and I have a couple things on there that you might want me to roll for as well.
All right. Yeah, the APDS you're going to have to definitely roll for. And I will copy and paste this for you into Roll20 here.
And I'm getting up my list of things that I'm bringing from home.
Okay. So you're having trouble finding it in 2 days' time, buddy. But there are other smaller ones. Let's see. Say the Globetrotter gear you could probably find in time.
Yeah, I thought there was some other.
There's the big game hunter as well. That's another 12, though.
The armor that I was looking for was the survivalist, and that was a 10.
I'm sorry, which one did you say that I could probably grab?
The Globetrotter gear is 10 or less, and cheap enough you could probably get it in 2 days.
Sure. Do you want me to roll it out, or you want me to just do it?
Nah, if you get the 10s, I'll let you have.
All right,
So
one
that'll be
Globetrotter
useful.
jacket coming up.
Globetrotter jacket. All right. Your APDS is going to take twice as long, buddy. So.
So 2 days?
You can get that in a day. So yeah, you can get the APDS.
Right.
Can I get that with gel packs in it?
Jetpacks.
They don't add anything to the availability. They're just.
Hideous.
I think so.
Just trying to stack up some armor here.
Yeah.
I will actually go for a Globetrotter jacket as well.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I assume you're getting that with the heat protection versus
Yes.
the cold for Antarctica.
Thankfully, not going to Antarctica.
Nope, not this day. Joke's on you. We're going that far north. Going to the Arctic. All right.
Wait.
Was there anything else? Sorry.
When did Hawaii move to Antarctica? This is bullshit.
Everything else you can easily find Bloodhound on your list, and your ATDS will take you 2 days, so you got it. Coyote
Non-con
crossing
and
the
chem
border tips.
protection. Can I add non-con and chem protection to the suit as well?
Non-conductivity? Is that what you're going for?
Non-conductivity and chemical protection. They're both availability 6.
Yeah. I think that'll keep you, as long as it keeps you under the 2-day time limit. Oh, yeah, but
I think so, yes.
I'm going to tell you don't need it, but you can still do it if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It's reached? Huh.
I am not buying anything restricted at all, just like the floaties and thong. So
That's okay.
Water
I
links.
just want to know what everybody has. Split out down here with your little stack of stuff. Who has a survival kit here? And Trans Avalon. That's Bloodhound too. Alright, I'll put that down here with your picture.
okay, so does my text show here? see-
Press enter. It'll probably show up.
Pressed enter a few times, it just makes more.
Oh,
How do
click
I-
click
Click
out
off.
of it. Yeah, click off of it.
There you go. Can you see it now?
Not yet. Click up there where Hawaii is. There you go. Yeah, see? There you go.
Okay.
Alright, it's Johnny. Johnny's stuff.
Okay. So, should fit in a backpack, I think. All that.
Bloodhound's got snake mesh milk socks and APDS and reagents and yada yada yada.
Did,
Ooh. Can I get a slap patch with antidote slap patch? 300 each, availability 6.
Yep. Yeah, as long as you don't purchase too much to be over your 2 days, you can probably easily get 2 of them, right? I think.
Yeah.
My coyote dude, did he have any border crossing tips that might be relevant?
Don't get caught. He's stuck in the water. You're screwed. If you tell him kind of what what your plan is, or what the plan that Romeo has set up for you? It
She's
sounds
not a good liar,
solid.
so
Yeah.
if he has any suggestions.
If you share with him what Romeo has set up for you, he'll tell you it sounds solid. Let me try to think what's the best way to say it. If they've got all the paperwork and everything like that, those boats are big. So they usually have crews of, a couple dozen people, up to 100 people sometimes. They're crazy nonsense. So yeah, you should be fine. You should be able to blend in fairly easy. If you want to get back on your own, you're going to have to find somebody who can fly you out or put you on another boat.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a problem.
Mm-hmm. From that island, it particularly be a problem because it doesn't have any big cities like the main island and stuff like that. So, I'm trying to think. If I come up with anything else, I'll mention it to you later. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head that would be critical to this.
No, she'll probably just get a bunch of dumb ration foods, like dried things, to probably call up her butcher contact, seeing about getting some jerky. Because jerky's delicious.
Carter will bring 3 or 4 what's in English? Boxes of packs of cigarettes.
Okay. Please add that to your gear list. Multiple boxes of cigarettes. Cartons of cigarettes.
That's the word. And, booze as well.
Alright. Anything else we need? Any questions, Ab?
Nothing that she would have knowledge of, I don't think. So I will update my PDF, and then she will be bringing everything but the car. Because she does not, well, the car and the
Wait,
big
how
game
long
hunter.
are we gonna be? Yeah. Gonna buy Noah Cook as well.
Okay. I think you guys all have reasonable levels of gear. Costa didn't have a lot of gear to start with, so that's good.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're not a person.
Aww. Not a
She
murder hobo.
She does have some karma, so I don't know if there's anything skill-wise I'd want her to grab.
You do have 2 days to draw or to learn things if you need to. Technically, you'll have 2 days while you're in Seattle. You're gonna have more time on the boat. So think about if you have karma. I'll let you go into up to 3 karma debt to learn skills. Is it 3? No, you'd need 6, wouldn't you? All right, 2 karma debt it is because first level. That's all you got. Survival would be useful. Navigation would be useful. Carter, if you fall off the boat, swimming's going to be useful. If you're going underwater, diving would be useful.
Phobic to water, so I don't know how much swimming he's going to be learning.
Okay.
Yeah, just do a breaststroke. Oh, can I buy 2 long haul as well? Figure that will be worthwhile.
Survival will probably be an important one if you lose all your gears.
You're being awful this entire run.
See, I just heard when you lose all your gear.
Piloting if you want to drive your boat.
Oh, I will take piloting watercraft. That sounds useful.
All right.
Pilot watercraft is presumably, what should I say, defaultable, right? So, high reaction.
So yeah, just keep things moving. You guys do all your shopping. If you want to learn, you have enough time to learn 1 skill point in something, and you can go into 2 karma debt for that if you need to.
I grab my parabotany book, and I will be reviewing it on the boat.
1 point in pilot watercraft.
Okay. As you go up to, or when you get to arrive to time in the Everett, it's a big cargo docking type place in the pier there. There is a man there named, he looks middle-aged, Caucasian. Looks like he used to have dark hair, but he's getting pretty salt and peppery. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow going. Sounds good, Kasa. He's got a backwards cap on. He's wearing just jeans and a khaki shirt. He will see you guys. You pull up, start parking. He will looks very disinterested, kind of has this big sigh about him. It's like, here's all your paperwork you're going to need on this boat. And he points down to the boat that's down there, and it is a massive, massive ship. You guys don't know a lot about watercraft, but Carter just did some Googling about watercraft, and he's like, man, those boats are massive, and they're normally used for, like, farming, oceanic farming.
Is that different than fishing?
Yes, they, like, farm krill and things like that, and seaweed and all types of stuff today. Could still be fishing, but fish farms are a little bit different. They are usually fish encapsulated in sort of a cage and then fed the worst of foods. He'll tell you there's an otter on board. You're going to meet a man who's named Bruce Robinson. He will contact you once you get into your cabin, sometime probably tonight. You're assigned to cabins 28F and 29E. They'll be right across from each other.
I call top bunk.
He'll point to Carter and Bloodhound. You two are to bunk in 28F. You two are to bunk in 29E. To Kasa and Johnny. Right. There's an otter on board this ship. When you get close to the island, Bruce is going to help you pilot it onto the island. You'll spend 2 days there, find what you need for Romeo, and then you get back to the ship. The ship will not wait for you.
I'm sorry, is otter a watercraft of some kind?
It's a boat, yes.
Okay.
Just as a quick thing, do you want me to just roll out the summoning and binding, or you want to roll it?
Oh, yeah, as long as you label it, I don't care if you roll it. Just as long as you label it so I know what it is.
Sure.
I promise not to edge any spirits on you this trip.
It's alright. She requires to be the more powerful one, so she only summons like Force 4 spirits.
Oh. I totally only rolled one dice anyway, so I don't even know how summoning works. But there you go. You still got a spirit showed up with one task. Did you want to bind it too?
She's gonna try.
Okay. Give it a go. Alright. It was a 8 or a 4, you said? So there's 8. Well, so where were you going for? Spirit of Beast? Yeah, like a massive-looking panther of sorts walks up to you and just starts rubbing against your leg affectionately. Like it's happy to be here. And just looks at you expectantly and says in your head, "What do you want?" I got
Aww.
0 hits on binding and resisting the summoning. You have all the things, good sir. I can't remember the exact cost of reagents, but I'll trust you to spend
It's
those
cheap.
appropriately.
And it's
Yeah.
like 25 per force, so there are 250 or $2,500 a spirit.
All right, so you guys get on the boat. Dress appropriately.
You mean song?
Sing songs. And it is a massive ship. As big ships ocean liners are wanting to be. You are taken by one of the crew members who just kind of casually leads you down, shows you your bunk rooms. He looks at your paperwork, kind of looks back at you, sort of shrugs. Kasa, you have some feral type knowledge things. What do you got here? Do me a perception check.
Yep, let me just
Okay. Give me a perception check, and then the boat gets underway. One of the crew members will leave you there. You're in your bunk rooms. There is like a footlocker there that you can put all your gear in. There is two bunk beds stacked up. These rooms are super small. They are not meant to be like hung out in. They are purely there for functionality.
Okay. I put my rifle in the footlocker with the floaties on it.
With the floaties on it. Your rifle
It-
has
it-
like the kitty floaties on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The footlockers are made of a very light metal and they look airtight. They look like the footlocker in and of itself is meant to float.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I was given clear instructions. That's all.
that's true. You are holding it to the letter. You're trying to bind plant spirits now. Force 3, is that what it is? Or 4 again?
It was a whole bunch of force. I did it, and I
Oh,
failed, and she got pissed off and went to bed.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
so
she couldn't even summon one. It was like, this is some bullshit.
You go to sleep. It'll be, once it gets dark, a man comes down. He has darker skin, has kind of a native look to him, but he's still wearing modern day clothes. Has very short, like shaved head, kind of black hair, is starting to grow out just a little bit. He looks to be in his early 40s, perhaps. Pretty gruff. He'll come down, knock on each of your doors, try to wake up Kasa. We'll tell you that his name is Bruce. I'm your contact for this run. We are going to the Kingdom of Hawaii. We are going to the island of Nehau, which is the Forbidden Island. It will take us 3 days to arrive there. I believe the other directions you've already been told, but if you have any questions, let me know. Right now there's a light dinner being prepared. If you'd like to go to the mess hall, we can have a bite.
So there's a small thing. We were gonna sleep one day already on the boat, right?
You have 3 days on the boat itself.
Okay.
So.
How many beds are in the rooms?
There are 2 in each.
Are they
You were
bunk beds
signed
or
up
are they
with money.
cots?
Yeah, they're bunk beds.
Fuck! Is it too late to decide I brought suntan lotion?
I feel like at least some variety of suntan lotion would be in the survival kit, just to ward off sunstroke.
I don't think it's in there.
It's a
Carter brought
$200
it.
kit, so
It doesn't say suntan lotion. Only
but I'm
water
gonna run around in a
purification.
thong.
No. Yeah,
and
you
just-
can
it
have
would be bad.
you can have suntan lotion because
Okay, I
you
have
bought
suntan
it,
lotion.
sir. You have suntan
Otherwise, I
lotion.
will die.
It was sitting conveniently on the shelf next to your thong. It's
Okay.
like they come in a 2-pack. It's great.
Would Carter have bought this as well with a common sense quality?
Okay. You guys all have
Out of-
suntan lotion.
out of curiosity, given as it was packaged with a thong, is it in an extra large bottle? Considering
It is. It is an extra large bottle.
Um,
And actually, the thong has a little hoop on the side of it, so you can just put the suntan lotion and it hangs off there.
like one of those hand sanitizer things. Gross.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
How big are the actual rooms we have to sleep in?
They are actually fairly small. Like I said, they're only meant for function.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Kasa will take the mattress and the other accoutrement from the one bunk bed, put it into the room with the 2 boys, and tell Johnny he's sleeping in there.
I'm sorry, what?
Carter
Yeah, think
will,
of something a little bit barely better than a prison cell. That's what these things look like.
So are you saying that you don't want the mattress in there until Johnny is going to bed, or are you avoiding
no.
Johnny? I'm not.
When
clear.
we were like shown to our rooms, and
Yeah.
we have that awkward moment where we break up to like split off and stow our gear, Kasa will
Yeah.
grab the mattress and like the pillow and any of the other blankets and stuff, drag
Right.
it like across the hallway, put it on the floor, and be like, you're gonna need to sleep in there.
Carter will fluff up a pillow and lie down on the mattress. He's not above sleeping on a mattress on the floor.
I mean, as long as there's room literally on the floor for Johnny, for the mattress,
No,
Johnny doesn't actually really care.
You have the bed. Carter
if
is
you wanna be a-
lying on it.
If she wants to be a princess, he'll bow stupid low and just be like, whatever, princess.
She kind of looks at you like she doesn't get what the bow is supposed to mean, and will say thank you, and then that night before it is sleeping time, you will hear a loud scraping sound as if the bunk bed can be moved. It is moved in front of the door.
It is not movable, sir. It is essentially bolted to the wall, or built into the wall even, because
Makes sense
both
in a
rock.
boat. Yeah. No, if there is something
much.
that is sizable and heavy, she will place it in front of the door so that it cannot open.
I actually have been on luxury liners, and like the queen size bed is still built into the floor. Like I've not been on a single boat that they're ever movable.
Boats are
Like basically, very little on a boat is movable for obvious reasons, right?
right. So yeah, you guys can eat a good meal, have a nap. You got 3 days on the boat. If you want to do anything on the boat, let me know. Somebody brought a botany book, or has botany knowledge. Did somebody run roll that? Kasa, did you roll your perception? How many hits did you get? You're getting on the boat.
I think I only got 3. I don't. There it was. Because I was about to stop
Drain
scrolling.
and stuff.
5d. It was 3 hits.
3 hits. Okay. So this would have been something you would have got while you were boarding the boat, but you were probably distracted. Had no interest in following up on it. You would have noticed that the way many of these men move, some of them are clearly just crew members, but many more of them move with that little bit of being a predator, or at least people who are used to either fishing or hunting. They just have that more alertness to them. They keep their eyes up. Those kind of little nuances. Nuances. That makes sense. Where I believe I told you, Carter would have known this. Like, these boats are typically used for like essentially farming on the water. These men.
You would not have brought that up because that is
okay.
expensive to the group.
Okay, never mind. With your botany knowledge, Bloodhound, you don't get a whole lot with 1 hit. You know that aloe vera plants are often used for healing, things of that nature. They are fairly good. Salves and whatnot. Policies, if you will. Yeah, anything else we want to do on the boat? We're just going to ride in the boat for 3 days.
will keep a spirit of air up while I am sleeping to watch the door to make sure that nobody comes in.
Okay. Yep, you can every other night.
Socialize with the crew.
Carter socializes with the crew. All right, Carter, give me an etiquette as you try to, like, I'm a sailor. I belong here.
Not a good sailor, but, you know. Does etiquette street work? Since,
no street on this one. You guys do have documentation pretending to be contractors on this boat for whatever operation is going on, which says what farming, oceanic farming. What are you trying to get out of these people? Are you just talking to them? What do you want to know?
Yeah, I mean, we're on the boat for 3 days. He's just socializing.
Oh, yeah, they'll chit-chat with you when they're not at work.
Plus,
you can find...
he has booze and cigarettes.
I'm a pirate.
Carter has booze and cigarettes to socialize better with.
Okay, yeah. First day, you don't really find a whole lot. By the second day, you start getting your feet. You find a poker game. You sit around.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, start smoking, having a drink of rum, if you will. Whatever type of booze you brought with you. Absolutely. They're cheery. Happy fellows. Like I said, they look like gruff men. Many of them got a lot of scars. A couple of them missing fingers, things of that nature.
Men of my... shit. I was totally going to translate something from Icelandic, but it does not work in English. Anyways.
Okay. You'll hear them... When they're not particularly talking to you, but just by moving around and socializing, you'll often hear them refer to something as things of like, hope it's a good hunt. This one's going to be a big payday. Little things like that. At some point, you will see a group of them sharpening harpoons.
Oh, fuck. Are they hunting something in the ocean? That is just... not a good idea.
Things of that nature. Okay. Well, since we are at a good hour here, and we are killing some time on a boat ride, it's a lovely evening for the most part. It is beautiful blue oceans and clear skies and water as far as the eye can see. The entire trip is lovely. At night, everything just turns black and all the stars come out. It's so clear and beautiful compared to the acid rain that is Seattle most days. Let's go and take our 5-minute break.
Okay.
Binding gets really expensive really quickly.
Yeah,
it does.
It's super expensive.
Having a bound spirit is like a several $1,000 investment.
Especially because if you fail it, you still have to pay the reagent costs.
Yeah.
But,
I got really lucky with some of that.
It's one of those things. Like, if you have 6 of them, right, all of a sudden you can, call in a small army to save your ass, which is sometimes pretty awesome.
Which is
But,
nice
you know,
until you realize that you're out like 3 runs worth of Nuyen.
I'm just saying, we all want a little reserve capacity, right?
Somebody on the Shadowrun subreddit put up like a spreadsheet where he basically, I think he came to the conclusion that it was about 2k per action for a summoned spirit. Not action. What's the word?
Task?
Task. 2k per task. They basically equated it to basically a missile. About 2k per use. Which is